Morning. This is Arnie Waters here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. If you're not going to be happy today, what day are you going to be happy on? European inflation is starting to occur. In the first quarter, 1 trillion euros were put into circulation. Now, so the Europeans are starting to be caught in that horrible thing that happened in the late 70s under Jimmy Carter here in the United States, that's stagflation. So they're in a recession, but prices are starting to go up. The Europeans are heading down the slippery slope. Remember, we keep saying the next possible area of concern is Spain. Carrefour, the largest retailer in Europe, indeed saw its profits decline by 20% in the fourth quarter, which is a specific reflection of the beginning of the difficulties in Europe. And remember, there's a party in the United States that espouses exactly the same thing that's been going on for 20 years in Europe, letting the rich make as much money as they can and cutting services and austerity. That's why the Europeans find themselves in the situation that they're in today. So if you want to think about what would happen in the United States if people of that party took power, look across the ocean. I am astonished to report to you that the Afghanistan Air Force is in the drug business. Hold on to your hats. The Afghanistan Air Force is in the drug business. The largest supplier of opium in the world, that country, Afghanistan, their Air Force is in the drug business. In China, the Uyghur militants have been discovered to have ties to Pakistani terror groups. Now, I must say, I always thought that Pakistan, and this is not funny, I'm sorry. I always thought Pakistani terror groups were focused on harming the United States. I wasn't aware that the Uyghur militants, who are very, very active in part of China, are being supported by Pakistani militants, and that the Chinese are yelling at the Pakistanis about the ISI, that's the Pakistani Intelligence Service, as we are yelling at the ISI and questioning what is the relationship between the ISI and terror groups that are now causing problems in China. Lastly, I just have to talk about John Bolton. John Bolton is a neocon fool. He is objecting to the United States deal under Obama of providing food to the North Koreans in order for them to encourage them to get off their crazy routine. What should we do? Bomb North Korea? Should we send the South Koreans across the border? Should we have a direct Asian Iraq? Would that make John Bolton happy? Are we going to see Rumsfeld and Dick Cheney rise from their whatever low places they are now? I should say whatever soft, comfortable executive places they are now to encourage us to get our South Korean allies and our Japanese allies, and let's move some carrier groups off of North Korea and let's go to war up there? Come on. This is Arnie Waters. I'm trying to point out some ice flows. The U.S. economy, I'm trying to point out some ice flows in the larger world. U.S. jobs were up, and private sector jobs were up significantly. In the last report, I want to say 256. And that's great news for the way things are going in the United States. We might see some weakness caused by oil price increases, but structurally, again, the trend is most excellent for the United States. I don't know that the unemployment rate went down, but the number of jobs went up again significantly. So I listed some ice flows, some things of international concern, and I'm so pleased to report that the United States economy continues to, alone in the world, to improve. Thanks. Have a great day.